you might not know this guy's face right now, but I can guarantee you there's a good chance you've seen one of his videos.
Maybe a couple.
Maybe a couple of them. That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Maybe a few.
Probably what percentage? Probably a good percentage of the world has seen Frank's videos.
Over the last year, probably. There's a high probability you've probably seen at least one.
So this is Frank Ponce. He is the man behind the scenes. He's worked on some of the biggest YouTube channels out there. He's worked with Vitaly. He's worked with Ty Lopez, and he's worked with probably the one he's most well known for is MrBeast.
Yes. Yes.
So
I was there for a solid, it's almost a year, about a year.
Almost a year. Produced some of his biggest videos.
Yeah.
And today we've got something super special. We're going to get a YouTube tip from Frank Ponce, the man behind the scenes, the man who's taken many channels from nothing to big multi-million channels. He's got a channel himself. He doesn't talk about it too much, but I'll tell you this, he's posted 5 videos and I think he's on 50,000 subscribers with 5 videos. Maybe it's 25,000, but it's damn insane. So Frank, we got one tip for the audience today.
Yes. Okay, so if you're thinking about a channel, or I mean, if you're just starting out as a creator, the very first thing above everything, anything, is a title and thumbnail. Title and thumbnail. Like that's the very first thing that people are gonna look into, and really like think about your title and thumbnail more than anything else, more so than the content itself. After the title and thumbnail, then you can think about the content, how you can craft it. You can talk about the formats and how you want to do that, which kind of comes into play with the title and thumbnail. But that's something I always, I mean, since I've started working in this space with Ty, like I didn't really understand it until Ty showed me some of this stuff. He was kind of like the first person who was telling me like, look, there's certain subjects that you might not want to talk about, but there in terms of like what you want to say in a title, like that's what's going to capture whoever the viewer is, whoever the audience wants to get into the video. That's how you're going to hook people
So for this person watching the video right now, how much time should they spend on the thumbnail and video?
Oh my gosh. 80-20 principle, 80% of your title and thumbnail. No joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're creating a video, you should spend 80% on the thumbnail and the title.
Yes, 100%. I mean, when I was working with Beast, the title and thumbnail always came first before anything else. And then once it was a banger, like he actually has a division. There's a department he has for thumbnails. There's a thumbnail department. No joke. There's like 5 guys working on different thumbnails, so many different variations of it. This is how serious it is. This is at the highest level. There are people that come up with so many different iterations of this, and there's so many different tools you can use now. I would personally, I mean, I'm not getting paid to say this, but view stats. You can do split test with your thumbnails there. YouTube is now, you can start, it depends on where you're at in your YouTube journey, but you can start using some of the tools in there. But view stats, in my opinion, is where to go.
So the title you're seeing on this video right now is created by Frank. So I told Frank he's got one job. I said no thumbnail. We're putting no thumbnail on the video, but he can come up with the title. And I want to see if this becomes my most viral video out there on my channel, which isn't hard to beat.
I hope so.
So I'm looking forward. Well, thanks for coming on today.
No, thank you.
If you're on YouTube, there's 2 sayings that I've learned from Ty Lopez, who may or may not be around in some part of the world, which I'm sure he is. Number 1, good artists copy, great artists steal. So find the top channels, find the best channels in your niche and other niches, and look at how they do their titles. And most importantly, look at how they do their thumbnails, number 1. And number 2 is going straight to the top. And that means learning directly from the best. So learn from the people who are, so if you want to go to the gym and you want to get in shape, which I need to, I can either go to like a local personal trainer who's in okay shape, or if I want to get amazing results, go straight to the top. So look at who's in the best shape and learn directly from them. So right now, this is the straight to the top. You can't get more close to the top than this video.
That advice, I mean, he still says it to this day, but I remember he said that to me back in 2011. And in 2011, this is when he was first starting out. He wasn't even on YouTube yet. But when he said go to the top for anything, at the time I was working on a script at Sony. Long story short, it had to deal with sci-fi, and there's some elements I wanted to learn about, right? And so at the time, one of the top CEOs in the country, I mean, he's arguably the top CEO now, was a little guy named Elon Musk. And I found his email somehow. I won't say how I found it, but I emailed him just cold, and he emailed me back. And this was before he became the Elon Musk who he is now. And I had the opportunity to actually right down the street from here, or it's a couple miles away, out in Hawthorne. I got a nice little, lunch for a solid 45 minutes. Got to pick the mind of Elon Musk. And I got a picture to prove it. I can send that to you. You can just throw it right
No
here.
edits. This is a no edit channel right
Oh,
now.
okay. Well, you can see. I'll send it to you anyway, just to prove it. But that was the advice I took from Ty, to go straight to the top anytime you had a question for anything, and I took that advice literally.
So
seriously.
this guy
And
emailed back and forth with Elon Musk and went to visit him in person and got a private tour of his factory.
It was pretty insane. You can't do that now, obviously, but at the time, I mean.
So
it
this
was
is my last
relatively
question.
Easy to get a hold of.
If you're watching this, you should click the subscribe button. I've heard MrBeast in his videos always, he says like and subscribe.
Yes.
How much percentage does that increase people subscribing?
Ooh.
Or how much of a difference does it make?
I'd say focus on one. Don't say like and subscribe. I would say focus on one thing you want someone to do.
All right, what do we want them to do right
Subscribe.
now? Subscribe.
Yeah, we want your channel to grow.
So hit that
right?
button. It's
Yeah.
that red button. It says subscribe.
to
Click
get more
on it.
tips. To get more tips. You
To
gotta
get more
subscribe.
tips. You'll get a lot of tips.
Yeah,
Just the tips.
That's what Jimmy did early on. He was like, subscribe for a cookie.
Yeah. Subscribe for a cookie. Frank's going to send it to you. Or I'll send it to Frank. Yeah. All right. We'll get you a cookie if you subscribe. See you on the next one if you subscribe for a cookie. Nice.
Nice.